Mr. Anderson, I guess you're a heavyweight lifter. I'm not sure I entirely get the reference, and I didn't name you, but you're going to be our heavyweight lifting champion today. Hello there, survivors. My name is jsteel, and welcome to today's episode. Today, we have a big issue. We are out of metal, and in order to do anything else really that I want to in the series, which considers going and doing a red drop with the team and a large element vein, which we get a fair bit of polymer in the form of corrupted nodules from. I need some metal because there's a couple of things that I want to make from that polymer because I just don't want to let it go to waste. And I need lots of metal for it. So I'm just going to kind of be flying around today and harvesting up some metal and just probably kind of talking to you guys about some random stuff. So hopefully I have some interesting things to talk about today. But let's head into the wasteland with our Argent and Ankleo now. Here we are. We have arrived to where the farm begins. I wish it was easier. I wish it was like really farming. If they had metal seeds, how cool would that be? Go ahead, just take some metal. Go ahead and throw it in a large crop plot, and in a couple of days you would get some raw metal that you could then take and just smelt down. You know, it's called metal farming. You would think that'd be a thing, but no. So, yeah, we're out here on Mr. Anderson today, who can hold 3,800 pounds. I'm pretty sure that is the only thing that he got leveled into was his weight. Now, yeah, I'm gonna get hopefully a fair bit of metal off of this run. I do like to try and make them quick, but I'm not gonna be able to keep you guys here all in all because I know it takes me about an hour to run all 3 routes that I like to take, and I'm just not that interesting to talk for an hour to you guys. But apart from that, I am also probably going to be making another video where I just fly around and show the routes that I like to take here for gathering large amounts of metal. So if anybody's interested in that, I will probably have that linked down in the description, and maybe I'll throw a card on screen here now with a link to that video. So come on, can I get that node? No. One of the pains about doing this by yourself is that there's so much you have to reposition with to actually get there. And for anybody wondering too, this Ankleo has, wow, 650 melee. I didn't think it quite had that much, but it's a good heavy hitter. Yeah, I like it. None of these are actually dinosaurs that I raised. There were some tribe mates that they left behind for us, and they work really well. I like using them out here in the wasteland so that I don't kill my creatures. But I don't actually ever get these killed or relatively in danger anyway. Usually I get on a lot of things here before they get to me with the Argent, because the Argent's pretty good about taking care of things. And also the Ankleos are pretty tanky. They're hard to kill, just normally some good ones. Of course, that is if you have sex neutral, they'll swing and help you out here. Where are all these Argents coming from? I'll tell you what, I'll probably cut back in here after I get these taken care of and keep going on the route. Alright, so the raptors are taken care of here. I can finish hitting these couple of nodes that was at this spot. Thought I seen something pink down there. Anyway, we'd be flying up around the corner here. Yeah, it might be a little skip here in the videos that I've been making. Last couple, I wasn't feeling the greatest. I had a really bad ear infection, which was making it hard to even play Ark, and nonetheless sit with my headset on and actually record anything. I was just tired all the time, plus the pressure from the headset was actually kind of hurting my ear a little bit, which was already inflamed from the infection. But that's probably all the more detailed I need to go in on that story there. But yeah, we have made a lot of progress here on our Extinction series. This episode's probably going to be more of a talk episode because it's just metal farming. I can't really spice it up that much more. So what we got left on the series here, let's see, look at my notes here. We got to do a red drop and a large element vein, which is why I'm gathering all this raw metal up now, is so that I can do something with the resources I get from that. So we got those. So there's going to be 2 more videos. And I still have to go around and find all the Explorer notes. I'm hoping I will get that done Saturday. Hopefully nothing will interrupt me and I can just find all the rest of those all day Saturday. I found most of them that are in the city already, but I still got the whole rest of the map to go get. So that's probably going to be a whole day. Yeah, excuse me, a whole day ordeal. Those are the words I was looking for. So let's drop stone here after the gas bag gets us. I'm going to go ahead and probably keep some of the flint. We could use some back at base. Over 60 and 15. Make a little bit of spark powder because I'll probably. We got a bunch of wood that I'd rather turn into gunpowder and then turn that into bullets before we leave the server. And by leave, I mean, actually, yeah, leave. But when we're all done, we're going to probably pack everything up and head back to our main base on the island, which I actually haven't showed off at all yet. So there might be one video from that here in the series when we're starting to move things, but I'm not sure because that's kind of like a whole other thing. I don't know if I want to include it in the series here, but getting back onto our video topic with the Explorer notes. I still got to go around and find all those, so that'll probably take us all day this Saturday. And I'm trying to think. Today is the 11th on Thursday, so you guys will kind of get an idea here of how long it takes me to put a video out. Which might be a little embarrassing, but oh well. So Friday will be the 12th, and Saturday will be the 13th. And that'll probably be when I go do all those Explorer notes. And then I'm hoping Sunday we'll be all good to actually walk the. Sunday will probably be the day we actually do the Gamma King Titan fight. And then that Tuesday, so I'm not sure about how I'm going to be doing my whole upload schedule here with all the videos I got. But the Tuesday after, I like to post on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and if I can, Thursday. That Tuesday, I'm probably going to be pushing out. I don't think I'll get the Gamma King Titan fight out till the end of next week. So, but we gotta just kind of play that by ear where that goes. And I know there's a gig over here, so I'm gonna probably skip around on my route a little bit here because I don't want to contend with any of that. So, yeah, I'll jump back here when I'm mining some more metal because I don't want to just fly and talk. I want to actually mine too. I don't think I'm going to get to go to my nice little honey hole here. A whole bunch right down here, but I really don't want to get that close to that wyvern. That's a shame. This is going to be probably a bit more of a lighter run then, I guess. Well, I'll just jump on to the next spot and I'll catch up with you guys there. Alright, coming up on the second hill I like here. I was just back there at the other end of the ribs, but there's just, wow, there's so many things that really want to kill me here. It's going to really reduce my metal gains. Yeah, we was talking about the Gamma King Titan fight. Now there's Rex down there. Apparently nothing wants me to talk about that. And this Argent, I think he'll be fine. And this Argent isn't built for combat, so I'd really rather not fight something like that. Anyway, I'm hoping next Saturday that I will be able to get that Gamma King Titan fight out for anybody and everybody that's interested. Just talking a little bit more about the Titans, I guess, here, since they're a big part of that fight. We're pretty much just a three-man tribe that plays on the regular, so, and even then, we're not like daily. It's not even every other day sometimes. So we're not here all the time, and it's hard to tame 3 Titans all in one afternoon and then go and do a big fight like that. So my original intention, which I talked about a couple videos ago, was with the Titans was to be able to feed them. Well, they're hard-coded in a way that they are broken, that you can't do that, I guess. Either that or I just don't know the way and I can't find a way. So we have to actually admin cheat in and give them infinite stats so their food doesn't go down. Okay, fine. I can take that off when we go to do the fight. Cool, right? Nope, we still have a problem. When we've updated the server for events and just general maintenance and updates, we have an issue where the Titan's like max health actually resets. So I'll use the Forest Titan for example because it was a pain in the butt and it did this for us. So when we tamed the Forest Titan, it come out with an alpha, which makes its total max health 700,000. Now, it was a little bit higher, so we couldn't actually do that. And let me rephrase that a little bit better. Its health was high like that, with the 700,000. But when the server restarted, it also set its max health back down to its original 400. So we have that's broken now too. So that kind of upset me a little bit because we're going to have to now kill the Titans after we walk them up there and spawn and force tame new ones. And so I guess it's a good thing that we tamed alphas of each version. So I'm not happy about having to do that because it's super cheaty, but the way that we intended to do the Titans just did not work. It is super broken that way, and we are not big enough to actually do them any other way. I would normally stop and get this last little bit, but I really don't want to contend with that Rex. So, but yeah, that's kind of our subject here with the Titans. But that's about all the more I got for this, my first metal run here. It's just everything was kind of hostile. So I'm gonna head back to base and throw in what I got in the little tech storage box, and I'll try and jump in on the next route here. But I think I'm kind of starting to run out of things to talk about here. A little over 4,000 metal ingots worth of metal. Not bad for the first run. Let's jump out there and get a little bit more. Alright, coming in here on the beginning of my second favorite spot, and sorry about the turn there. My controller is terrible and I really need to get a new one. I know it's terrible, gaming on a PC, still using a controller. But I like to have the best of both worlds, so you could fault me for that, I guess, down in the comments. But, let's see what to talk about. Maybe about time here on the videos. So, most of the content that I create, I really like to try and keep her under 15 minutes. Sometimes I'll bounce around above that, but my favorite hotspot to keep video length is, for me, about 7 to 15 minutes. I actually like to try and be more near 7 and 8, all those lower numbers. Because I've watched plenty of videos myself, and I absolutely just hate when it goes longer than 15 minutes, because I can't usually sit there for 15 minutes at a time to give that investment to it. So that's also something unique that I'm trying to do a little bit here, but that is also difficult because it is really hard to squeeze a whole bunch of relative content into a 7 to 15 minute time span in such a way that you don't make a whole lot of jump cuts and you get straight down to the point. This one's probably going to run near the high end of that 15 minutes just because it's, like I said at the start, we're just farming metal. There's not a whole lot of exciting to do here, and it's mostly me talking. And I'm still not super good with my commentary and getting what I want said quickly and concise. And I don't know, just trying to sound fancy. But so yeah, I want to try and keep videos nice and short here. And speaking of videos, I remember I talked a little while back about maybe starting another video series on a game called Void Bastards, and I still have some footage on that, and I would like to get it out, but I think I'm probably going to wait before I put that out until after this Extinction series is over. And that shouldn't be too long playing that game, so we'll probably have a little break while we're moving stuff off of Extinction here over to the island before we start the next series of Ark here that I have planned, which is going to be on the Valgiro map. I know I say I'm a lot as well too. A couple of reasons why I am going to this map right from Extinction, because it has all the other map engrams from Scorched Earth and from Aberration, and I really want to do a mind wipe on my character, but I have learned engrams from other maps that we don't have in the server cluster anymore, so I would also very much like to keep them. So before we leave Extinction, I will do a mind wipe, learn the things from Extinction that are exclusive that I would really like to know and take with me elsewhere, And then we'll go to Valgyro, where it has aberration stuff that I can relearn and scorched earth stuff that I can relearn, and everything else under the sun for the engrams list. And then I think we could have a fun little video series over there as well. I have the, let's see here, the Argents all bred up nice and well, and I'm starting to make a super line of those, which, I mean, they're just Argents. Nobody's crazy about them, but I really like my Argents. And the Rexes I've almost got all bred up so that I can start a super series on them, or super line. And it takes forever to get all the eggs, so I might increase the rate at which they can lay eggs on the server. But I wouldn't increase much more than that. Just, or not the rate. Yeah, the rate. The frequency at which they can lay more eggs. I think, yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff up there I don't want to deal with, so we'll fly around. So, whoa, where did that come from? Okay, that made me duck in my chair a little bit, so not the strongest fighter of Argents here, but back to the Valgyro series. I think we could have some fun over there doing a couple of things. I know a really nice place to build a base. I would like to get kind of more community involved for everybody that has Ark on the PC here, and everybody that wants to come and play, because at the end of that series, I'd like to do a massive server battle if we have the support and the amount of people. I doubt or I'm pretty sure we won't, but you know, I can dream and think, right? I've got that. So that was one thing I wanted to do at the end of that series, and then after that, we'd probably go to the center. But this is a long ways away talking about the center. I had a little, like, mini-series in the Valgyro series that I wanted to do that I think will be a whole lot of fun. And that is with the aberration section. There are 2 entrances on that map. And one is basically you can enter down in, but you can't enter back out. And I want to go down there, like, be banished, air quotes, from my tribe and get pushed down there with nothing but some parachutes, and I have to get back out in 1 life. So that'd be like a little mini series challenge that I want to do, and I think that'd be a lot of fun and probably enjoyable to watch, you know, because I'll have to be really careful not to die, and aberration is a really good death trap. So I think that'll be nice and fun, but that'll be all well and good after this. And probably in between there, while I'm doing that, or while we're moving stuff off of Extinction, like I said, I'd be doing that little Void Bastard series, which I think will be a short series, but it should be fun to watch me play more of a fast action shooter type of thing. So we'll see how that goes as well. There's a drop coming down. But yeah, just about done with this metal route here, and I've pretty much talked about everything on the top of my mind. So, but all the more I can say. Right now we're still pretty small, like channel-wise, but I'm hoping that we can pique some people's interest, and maybe some of you guys will come back and rewatch all this stuff. I was rewatching some of the first videos I made for this series, and I cringe a little bit at myself. So if anybody has come back and rewatched this series after I'm all done and everything with it, I just want to apologize for me in the beginning. I don't know if I'm any different actually, but to me it just feels, I was like a little bit more cringy because I was also starting it really nervous talking to the camera and everything like that, but I've actually grown a lot more used to it. Still not great with my, narration and commentary, but I think that'll grow and get better over time. So we are just about done with this metal route. Actually, we're a little over halfway. Trying to jump off and hit things quick. I don't need to get every metal node because we get quite a lot from these routes, but it basically hops up there and keeps going around. And yeah, I'm pretty much out of things to discuss, so I'll probably just jump back here to the base after I get this route loaded off and show you guys that, and then probably the last route too, everything that I get added up from. And the last route's nice because I can pick up some obsidian, so I can make some hard polymer, which is always nice to have on hand. You never know when you could use that. So yeah, I think we'll see you guys back at the base here. There we go, 18,000 raw metal, 9,000 metal ingots worth there in just the first 2 runs. So I'm gonna go ahead and do one more run here. I'm really kind of out of things to talk about for it though, so Probably just going to skip to after I got all the metal in here, and then we can probably go ahead and finish this video up because I know it's getting on the long side because I have rambled on quite a bit in today's video. Woo-wee, would you look at that, boys? Got 27,000 raw metal, which is like roughly 13,500 metal ingots. So I think I earned my name of jsteel today. There was one point in time when I had finished metal ingots, I had 200,000. And I had that much because I was preparing to make the tech suits that we wear now, because each tech suit was a little over 10,000 metal ingots per suit, and there are 5 uh, armor pieces, and times that by 3, and you get 150,000. So it was a lot of metal, and I spent a lot of time harvesting this. But on that last route, I also picked up quite a fair bit of obsidian here. As you can see, I got 5 and 10, so I have basically 500 obsidian worth of, no, not 500 obsidian. I have 500 polymer worth of obsidian. That's the words I'm looking for. So that last route's not too bad to run. It's not a whole lot in a lot of applications, but it will add up after a while. So I think I'm going to go ahead and probably throw a load of this into the forge and let that cook overnight. You only need 7 gas to run a full forge, for anybody that's wondering, and that will cook all the metal in it. And I'll probably jump on in the morning too before I head off to work and get some more going off, because tomorrow hopefully we will be taking on a red orbital supply drop and a large element vein. And then for the weekend, hopefully I can find up all those explorer notes and we can get ready to go fight the Gamma King Titan this weekend. So sorry for this video kind of rambling on, guys. It was quite a bit of a talk one, but I just hope you enjoyed it and all that stuff. So I think I'm going to try and make this short and ender here. So we will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.